Hi, this is Jennifer from Read It Again. Come sit with me while we read Henry and Mudge and the Big Sleepover by Cynthia, Rylant, illustrated by Susie Stevenson. Please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when I read the next book. Henry and Mudge and the Big Sleepover by Cynthia Rylant, illustrated by Susie Stevenson. Raining popcorn. Henry and Henry's big dog Mudge were playing outside one day when Henry got a phone call. It was Henry's friend Patrick. "I'm having a sleepover Saturday night," said Patrick. "Can you and Mudge come?" Henry's mother said yes. "We'll be there," said Henry. Patrick told Henry to bring a pillow, a sleeping bag, and a flashlight. "Cool," said Henry. "And don't forget Mudge," said Patrick. Henry would never forget Mudge. "We are going to a sleepover, Mudge," said Henry. Mudge wagged. "We'll stay up late," said Henry. Mudge wagged again. "And watch monster movies," Henry said. Mudge wagged some more. "And eat lots of popcorn," said Henry. Mudge jumped up and did a little dance. Next to crackers, popcorn was Mudge's favorite food. He liked to catch it in the air. "It will be raining popcorn, Mudge," said Henry. Flashlights, monster movies, and popcorn. Henry could hardly wait for Saturday. Bouncy. When Henry and Mudge got to Patrick's house on Saturday, the living room was full of boys and dogs. Everyone was bouncy. Look at that teeny dog with Mudge. The boys were bouncy. The dogs were bouncy. Patrick's parents looked nervous. They had a million knickknacks. Look at the little dog over here. It's like chewing on the curtain. "Everybody to the attic," said Patrick's father, catching a knickknack in the air. Henry and Mudge followed everybody to the attic. It was enormous. "Wow," said Henry. "It's like a ship." Oh, with a treasure chest. The boys and dogs got bouncy again. "Have fun," said Patrick's father with a big smile. There wasn't a knick-knack in sight. He closed the door, and the sleepover began. Giant lizards. Patrick had lots of games for the boys to play. There were board games and video games. There were little baskets and little balls. There was even a small bowling game. But no one could play it because a bulldog kept taking the pins. When it got dark, Patrick's mother brought pizza, and the monster movies began. The boys and dogs ate pizza and watched giant lizards eat entire towns. "Mudge would be a good monster," said one boy. Henry shook his head. "No," said Henry, "he'd just kiss everybody." Mudge wagged and kissed the piece of pizza in Henry's hand. When the movies were over, the boys had a popcorn contest for the dogs. The dog who was the best popcorn catcher would win. Henry was sure Mudge would be the winner. But he wasn't. A poodle who did backflips to catch her pieces won. Fancy. Mudge didn't mind, though. Henry didn't mind, though. Mudge was still the only dog who could eat a whole bowl of popcorn in one bite. In the bag. The boys played more games. Then finally it was sleeping bag time. The boys got into their bags with their dogs. Mudge couldn't fit in Henry's bag, so he had his own. The boys turned on their flashlights and made silly shadows on the wall. One boy made a kitty, and all of the dogs barked and barked and barked. The boys laughed forever. Then somehow the night finally grew quiet. Everyone fell asleep. Back home the next day, Henry told his parents about the sleepover. Mudge was the best dog there, said Henry. He was? Said Henry's mother. Yes, said Henry. Because in the morning, all the dogs were in his sleeping bag, and he didn't even mind.